Hello, everybody.
Ken.
Welcome back to another Q&A on the Zaandarbrow channel.
Where the hell am I?
You're in Titus.
I was just in Michigan, What? Brower, what am I doing here?
We have surprised returning cast members.
And somebody who was never even in a Q&A, even in the past time.
I was on the highway.
No, you weren't.
My car is currently running without a driver.
Who cares?
Oh, okay, I guess
Well,
we'll
it's thank God you're in Michigan because you probably just hit a deer. Or maybe a tree like 30 miles into the woods.
Or a dog.
But that being said, we got a lot of questions to get through. Let me get these through. Our first set of questions comes from the Copycat 7153. Shady.
Here, you can focus on me too. I'm just gonna be a commentator.
Fuck!
You know what? I'm fucking reading.
Okay, you know what? You can read the Copycat's question.
Why is it 2 fucking paragraphs?
Are you sure? Are you sure?
That's not even a fucking question!
Alright, no, fuck off. Hang on, I'll sit over here so you guys can just read it. From the Copycat, when will you finally tell all your subscribers about Dark Link and Princess Zelda sitting in a tree? Okay, we're gonna break this up. When are you gonna tell us about that?
Brower.
That's directed towards you.
Well, if this was in the script, which it's not, but I guess it could be a fantasy, Dark Link would pretty much take over Zelda in a tree, and
Dark Link is gonna get pegged by Zelda. I hope you're ready for that too.
No.
become a bottom.
No, I'm good.
Alright, two.
But if you're not pleased with that, you can go to Rule 34.
Anyway,
Yeah.
two. Alright, question two. Will you use gothic powers from Final Fantasy and moments in Love by Art of Noise Pirates Hook, aka Captain Morgan, them in Season 5 of Stupid Mario Brothers, just like Rich Alvarez did?
What the fuck are you saying?
Those were words.
Was that a sentence?
All I heard was liquor.
I heard something about Rich Alvarez in there, I think.
I don't fucking know. Alright,
Richie, is that you?
number 3.
I think it took my
Number
graduation
3.
speech.
Y'all ready?
Ready.
Will you ever do a skit involving Shady slugging it out with Spider-Man to end this vendetta once and for all? What was
Shady, I think that's a question you gotta answer.
That's a me question,
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, when am I ever gonna fucking fight Spider-Man? I guess I don't know. Hey, whenever you want it, you got it. Has to be played by Bobby Becker IV though. I'll play it like Norman Perry Osborn or something. All right.
Why is the Spider-Man
I know I'm copying a previous question, but do you think because of his vendetta against Spider-Man, what the fuck is it with me and Spider-Man? With him against Spider-Man, that Shady will go insane and take everyone in the multiverse out with him? This is a question for all of you.
Shady just hated to me.
No, fuck off.
Okay.
Am I gonna go insane because of Spider-Man and take over the fucking multiverse?
See, if I may, I'm pretty certain that you've already gone insane. That is why you are a part of Zaandarbrow in the first place.
Yeah, you're right.
As to whether or not you're going to defeat Spider-Man in this grand multiverse battle, well, I do see that could come to fruition maybe 5-10 years down the line after we finish Smash 6.2 Act 3, the Breaking Bad reference episode.
But what about Batman?
Brower, if you ever make a fight scene between me and fucking Spider-Man because the copycat said so, I will actually beat the shit out of you.
It's okay, I'll be late.
Should be Webweaver instead.
Alright, and the last thing here is, and lastly, will you tell your subscribers about this one important thing? In the darkness lies the truth.
What?
In the darkness lies the truth.
In the darkness lies the truth.
Is that the question?
That's the question.
In the darkness lies.
I will read it again.
What does it
And
mean?
lastly, will you tell your subscribers about this one important thing? In the darkness lies the truth.
I think what they're asking for is some clarification on that, Brower.
Yeah, well, you see, when Merlin told Wario, in the darkness lies the truth, he had to figure that out, so Mario and Luigi had to go to Professor Oak at the end of Season 5 of the SMB.
In the darkness lies the truth. You've heard this, yes?
I'm convinced
so
you're the
lost.
copycat. I'm so convinced you're the copycat.
like dicking around with it for hours is how his ultimate revenge.
Oh
is.
my
Gets
God.
back at us.
Using power.
Alright, what's the next question?
Okay, to
Does
regain
Copycat
my
have any
brain
friends?
cells, Evan Richardson says, got Ruby questions for you guys for the next Q&A video. One, what's your favorite Ruby song? And you can choose multiple.
Let's break it down. So, what's
Yeah,
your favorite Ruby
we're going
song?
clockwise.
Yeah, as in, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So you go
there are
first.
multiple parts. So, what's you?
I'd say Caffeine, Red Like Roses.
Okay. Do you even know what Ruby is?
No.
Alright, okay, we'll skip it.
Rooster Teeth show.
Oh, I've seen it. I find it incredibly insufferable. Skip me.
Brower, what's your favorite song?
Red Like Roses 2.
Skip me. I got through a few episodes and couldn't watch the rest.
The season 1 song, I forgot the title of it.
Red Like Roses.
Oh, okay, so it's like.
What's the next question on that?
Alright, the next one. Who's your favorite Ruby character, main or secondary? I feel like we've asked this. We got asked this one.
Yeah, well, I wasn't here for it.
Alright,
you
so
were.
Let's go clockwise again.
Yeah, well,
See ya.
let's do it again.
Honestly, off the top of my head, it's Ruby Rose. And Crow's cool too.
I know the Justice League showed up, so I'll say Batman.
Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear.
No.
I'm just saying it to say something.
No, they got canceled. Alright, my favorite character is Crow and or Ozpin.
I'd have to say my favorite character is Spider-Man.
I can
You know, I gotta fight him apparently.
Yeah.
Mine is Nora.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to me. I would say mine is Crow.
Yeah.
Mine's Taboo.
If you could design a new Ruby video game, what would it be? You know what? Honestly, I think Ruby would be fucking great in the style of like the Infamous games.
Yeah, I could see that. Or something like Risk of Rain too. Yeah, a roguelike kind of thing. Yeah, I definitely could see Ruby being like that.
All right, Patrick, what do you got?
A slice of life baking mobile game.
Yes,
that would
I
be
am
really good.
here for this.
Honestly, not for nothing, like a Ruby chibi version of that would be kind of
Yeah.
A la Cooking Mama, but Ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Lego game.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I want a Ruby Lego game.
I could see something like a Ruby sort of racing game in the lines of like, you know, in the style of Redline, but incorporating elements of Ruby.
This is gonna sound like a cop out, maybe like an open world RPG, like
Yeah.
like you know, like anything Bethesda does, because you know the world just sets up to where you don't just have to be the Ruby team or the other teams. You could just be on your own team with other players or whatnot.
Honestly, for me, it's so fucking obvious. A Ruby like video game in the style of like Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, like
All
that
right.
would be kick-ass.
All right, and our final question from Evan Richardson is: what's your favorite Ruby moment from the series? Season 2, Team Caffeine just comes down and just wrecks shit as the song plays.
Yep.
I've never watched
The
any
credits.
of it to say I've enjoyed it, but it's cool that the Justice League showed up. So
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I would have to say Crow versus Tyrion.
I like the part where Spider-Man fought Shady and lost.
I beat the shit out of Spider-Man.
But now,
Um,
but now,
It's been a while since I watched it. I would say, because as a writer, not favorite, this one hurts. Spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen it by now. Whenever Pyrrha has to, yeah.
Do you believe in destiny?
Whenever she gets her Achilles
Because
heel.
that's the moment that sticks out most to me. And it not only affects that season, it affects seasons after, and that's strong story writing right there.
You see, mine is pretty obvious. Mine is in season 1. It's a very pivotal moment in the whole story. It's when Weiss calls Blake a slur when she finds out that she's a fucking
Yeah.
honest.
I'm a degenerate. He's a person. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to stop referring to the trash can as a trash can?
Why shows her true colors.
You really gotta sign some high and white power there. Just saying.
Okay. All right, and this set of questions comes from TV Nicholas Krause, homie
Ooh.
of the channel.
First, before that, hello, TV Nicholas Krause. Hello, old man.
Hi.
We love you.
All right, his first question: what's the hardest project you've had to make?
Oh, I wonder what.
Wow, I wonder.
I'm under an NDA. I cannot say what it
You
is.
can say the name of it.
Smash 2.
Yeah.
Back in November, I did a 48-hour film festival for Savannah. They have them all over the country, I believe. You have to basically, at 7:30 p.m., you get all the criteria you need to make the film, and that's on Fridays at 7:30, and on Sunday at 7:30, you have to have that film written, shot, and edited, and uploaded.
Oof.
And it was a team effort, but still, you're sometimes, depending on what you're doing on that team, you're up like you're running yourself ragged, just trying to write the thing, trying to get actors, because sometimes you can have the actors ready ahead of time, sometimes you gotta find actors, and then, like I said, there's the set, and then depending on, like I said, if you're part of the editing process, it is killer. You might be maybe taking power naps a couple times a day. I was very stupid and volunteered to cook breakfast for the entire crew.
Oh, Lord.
A lot of pancakes were made that day.
Wow.
But yeah, so that was bad. Very fun though. Don't regret it at all. But whew,
Yeah.
it's a sprint, not a marathon. Also a marathon.
Yeah. I would say Smash 1, but that was a lot of fun for me because I wasn't really directing. But I would say Zelda 1 because that was my first collaboration with Shady, and it was during the pandemic, so it kept getting delayed.
God.
And half of the cast, like a few people, didn't want to come back for the final episode, and we're like, all right, is this gonna get done for like the second year we're trying to film this? So recasting, reshooting, and rewriting. So Zelda 1 was my first big challenge with Shady.
I'd have to say one of my biggest challenges recently would have to be working on Demon's Clock, in particular the music for it, because I basically had to get that done within like a week's time frame. Like writing it, mixing it. I mean, I had a week prior, but still, it was such a small window. I'm used to having like such a wider time frame. But don't get me wrong, it was a great challenge, and I think it really helped kind of motivate me and push me to like just do something great with it. And I'm really proud with how it turned out. I'm really proud of Tio for how his show is becoming and how Demon's Clock has come over these years, you know. And I'm happy to have done it. It was very miserable for me. A lot of long nights, but I would definitely do it again.
Do it again.
Oh, I'll do it again.
All right. Evelyn, your hardest project.
My hardest project, a long time ago, Brower was making a show called Unknown Plumber, and the most difficult thing about it was trying to figure out the direction in which the show was going. And I don't know what factor, I mean, I have an idea of what factors they were in, but just trying to figure out like where it's going. The shoots themselves weren't difficult. Just trying to figure out what my character is. I'll say Brower's gotten a lot better about clarifying what he wants from his actors and whatnot. It's just, you know, in the early days that like Smash had a clear direction on where it wanted to go. And then Unknown Plumber, I think, might have been the first time that he was like kind of removed from some of those assets and elements. So I think that might have been kind of baby's first steps outside of that zone. It's like, okay, I don't have the Smash crew anymore. What am I going to do now? And then just trying to figure that out. And it's really hard trying to figure that because it's like, if I don't know what's going on, it's probably because the director at that time didn't know what was going on either. Like he had a soft idea, but not a hard idea.
I wrote a script.
But again, he's gotten a lot better about that since, though. But that was probably one of the harder ones I did that I can remember.
Oh my god, is it even a fucking question? Waluigi 2.
Oh.
Waluigi fucking 2
Yeah.
was the hardest. Look, say whatever you want about Smash 2, because it's had its fair share of difficulties. And by the way, coordinating it all, because, you know, one thing or another, difficult. Absolutely stupid and mad. But Waluigi 2, Dude, it rained on one of our shoots. One of our main lead flew out and moved halfway through shooting, and I had to beg him to fly him back. I had to beg him for me to buy his ticket to fly him back. I worked my ass off for that. I wasn't even the director of the project at first. It was Bobby, and then it was Brower, and then I was like, oh shit, I actually have to direct it, don't I? Because I'm the only one that really knows the scripts. So I jump in, and I'm forced to direct everything. Everyone's getting mad at me because they're like, why the fuck didn't you communicate this from the get-go? It's almost like I got hired a week ago, buddy. I wasn't in pre-pro. Wait, what? Dude, I had to, everything was against this movie. I had to sacrifice so much. I guarantee you I've lost years of my life just trying to figure out how to make that movie work.
And we had this guy over here saying, oh, it's probably going to be boring. Things like that. I'm not really that interested in Waluigi, too, at this point.
Yeah, and look what happened! And look what happened! Go fuck yourself, Maytard!
I was happy to be wrong. I was happy to be wrong.
Let's not even forget the fact that your favorite scene of all time is in that movie. Hey.
Yeah, by the way, I still want Taboo.
Wait, who's
Yeah,
that?
you do.
Huh?
Wait, who?
I want Taboo.
Giggity.
Fine, fair Mars, whatever.
Talking Ebony.
All right. So to preface, these questions did come from the January Q&A. So some of these questions were asked way months ago. So, what is your favorite TV show of all time? Mine is Legends of the Hidden Temple, the old one from '93 to '95. That's classic. I don't think professional wrestling counts because I gotta be honest,
That's TV.
Yeah, fine. I'm just gonna have to say.
And it has stories to it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to say WWE because I really don't watch TV.
Tough question. Lots of different shows. I will say one that I always feel is very under talked, especially because the creators have gone on to do much bigger things. Is Person of Interest. Ran from 2011 to 2016. Brotherhood, made by Jonathan Nolan, brother of Christopher Nolan. He made Westworld and recently Fallout. But before that, he did this show on CBS called Person of Interest. It is a fantastic show, especially seasons 2 to 5. Just with some of the best character work, best writing, best theming. Yeah, just really good hard sci-fi show that has a lot of heart, despite being about AI.
Yeah. It's a time between Supernatural and Cobra Kai.
I knew it.
Tie? Why is it a tie?
I can watch it back to back any day.
It is a good show, I will say that.
For me, it's definitely going to have to be... I am difficult at picking favorites, so I'm just going to go with one that I can always go back to regardless and still enjoy it. Doctor Who is one of those shows, for the most part, I could just go into the middle of any series, any Doctor, and still have a fun time. For the most part, Chibnall had a bit of a rough period, I love Jodie as the Doctor. I love her. I just do feel like she was given a bad chance. But still, it's just the one show where I can just send myself into any moment throughout its entire run and still have a fun time, regardless.
Emily.
Recently Fallout's one of the favorites. It's just I haven't watched anything Jonathan Nolan had done before, but just the fact that I could tell that through the writing, directing, and whatnot, he has to be somewhat familiar with the game. There is no way you are not familiar with the game, with the way the show just portrays itself, the way the story goes. It's definitely a love letter to what came before. But if I had to go with a favorite of all time, BoJack Horseman really sticks out to me. Initially, it doesn't take itself very seriously, and that's how it coaxes you into getting some really hard subjects. It takes advantage of the animation medium, and using the animal characters that they use them to portray an otherwise very hard to swallow kind of subject matters, but mainly about mental health and whatnot.
For me, at the moment, it's a tie between probably the two biggest shows on the planet right now. Number one, The Boys. I think The Boys season 1 through 4 is beyond perfect. Like, it is the definition of the perfect kind of shock culture you want, and it's very good at political commentary. By the way, everyone aspires to be Billy Butcher. Just 100%. It's almost like that was an inspiration for something. The second one is, and again, I just can't pick between the two. The second one, Stranger Things. I think season 1 is still a very perfect mystery. Season 2 and 3 kind of faltered, but season 4 killed it.
God,
killed
yeah.
it. Nobody can tell me that Dear Billy isn't like one of the best episodes ever made in television history. It is so beyond good. And not just that too, but like just the character dynamics that you see. Vecna as a villain himself. I'm excited for season 5. I have friends working on season 5. I'm excited to see what you guys do.
All right.
1 second. My favorite TV shows, it would honestly either have to be a tie between Stranger Things, especially season 4, or Breaking Bad. I never thought that I would put Breaking Bad that high, but this man over here decided to, put my ass through Netflix boot camp, and I binged all of it. And I gotta say, it is a bit of a slow start, but once you kind of get invested into it and the plot keeps going on and on, it's so freaking addicting, man. And the way Walter White's story just goes, Jesse's story, everybody in the show, it's like nearly flawless in my opinion. And honestly, I think Breaking Bad, while it might not be a show that I'll watch all the time, I think it might be the most impactful show that I've seen. So.
I'll go as far as to say I think Breaking Bad's a perfect show. I personally just have more of an attachment to the boys and Stranger Things because of rewatchability. But and by the way, another thing too, not even one of the best episode in television history. Season 5, episode 13, Ozymandias.
Yeah.
Directed by Ryan Johnson.
I was about to say, fun fact, Ryan Johnson directs some of the episodes of that.
And I will go on record and say I think that's one of the best episodes. That is the best episode.
I think that's the best thing that Ryan's done, period, in my opinion. Yeah.
Knives Out's pretty good.
I haven't seen Knives Out, so I couldn't tell you. Okay.
Entire room can answer. Any advice for coming up with lyrics or melodies for music?
Yeah. So, a good thing that I like to do when I want to come up with melodies and music, genuinely, is just to go outside or just go to a distinct place that you're just trying to match the feeling of, and just sit and just listen to all the sounds that you hear. I'm currently writing a piece that is very much inspired by things like gardens, flowers, growth, springtime. So what I've been doing to get much of my inspiration is I've been going around to various public gardens. I've been going to even private gardens of friends and families, and I've just been looking around, listening to the wildlife, seeing little insects and stuff, listening to creeks, and just seeing how it all melds together, listening to it intently, and just from there, I can kind of just, okay, so this could be a flute, this could be a violin, this could be this could be that, and that's how my brain works. It may not be the same way it works for you, but I find the best way to really get inspiration is to just find that feeling you're trying to go for that exists in real life already, and just experience it as it is, and then pull from that. That is probably the best way you can find your inspiration, just from experiencing life as it is, essentially.
Okay, what are you looking forward to in 2024? This was asked 6 months ago, and using hindsight, I think...
Well, we still got the rest of 2024.
I got Wolverine and Deadpool.
Woo!
Less than a week out.
Yay.
What about you, Patrick?
In the comic books, at time of thing, they just started their latest relaunch of the X-Men titles. I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
M. Night Shyamalan is coming out with a movie later this month that stars Josh Hartnett, and seems like a really fun, at least premise. Which M. Night Shyamalan, regardless of what you think of his execution, always has very interesting premises.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm very excited to see that. Josh Hartnett is a very great, underrated actor, and I like seeing him play something out of type. So yeah, excited for those two things. And I'm turning 28 next month, August. So, like,
Go
I'm
to get
excited
it
for that.
old.
Yeah. Woo. One step closer to death and the release of this horrible world.
Yay!
We were synchronized.
What are you looking forward to in 2024?
2024, Deadpool, Wolverine, and honestly, Grand Theft Auto 6.
That's not coming out this year.
Damn it.
Well, at least we know who paid attention.
Not even next year, 2026.
Well,
I
I honestly
25.
don't really know what else is coming out this year, so Deadpool.
I am looking forward to Deadpool and Wolverine because genuinely I'm not sure if there was anything else that was really, remarkable that stood out to me to look forward to. It's been a pretty just level year. Like, not to say that things haven't happened, but just nothing that really caught my interest other than Deadpool and Wolverine because obviously, yeah.
Oh, I guess the final season of Cobra Kai.
Emily.
Number one, getting all my videos done for my channel.
Oh, yeah.
And number two, Hell of a Boss has finally gotten a release schedule.
Yeah, thank fuck.
Before, they just did not have that, but now this time, for the rest of season
2.
Is it 2?
Yeah, we're still in season 2.
Yeah, we're still in season 2. It's weird how they... Anyway, so they finally got the schedule for the rest of season 2 for the rest of this year, basically. So I am looking forward to those and just getting my damn videos done.
Oh, dude, for me, it's really obvious. Joker 2. Joker 2. I'm so excited for Joker 2.
Joker 2.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good to see.
Halloween. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
The one with Joaquin Phoenix and
Okay, that's gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, that I'm really excited for Joker 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lady Gaga's
Okay.
like Harley Quinn, and like, if somebody in the comments like gets super fucking judgmental, they did not see A Star Is Born.
So here's the real question,
phenomenal.
though. Here's the real question. Obviously, it's like Deadpool's gonna make a lot of money. It is.
Yeah.
But Joker made $1 billion. None of the Deadpool films did.
Yeah, no.
That's gonna be interesting to see, like,
See them
which
compete.
one. Yeah, like which one's gonna make the most
Because
money.
this is not just Deadpool. This is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Right.
Joker also got like good critical reviews, basically.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's And our final question from TV Nicholas Krause in January is: how were the holidays for you guys? They were holidays.
Fine.
They were awesome. I didn't get drunk this time.
Liar.
Maybe.
Probably one of the best holidays I've had because it was one of the first holidays I've spent with some really cool people, close people and stuff, and it's something that I feel like I hadn't experienced in a good long time, not since like early childhood. So it was nice getting like a nice familial feeling again after so long. It was good.
I had a really good holidays because Christmas was alright, but New Year's I reconnected with the Zaandarbrow crew and sorted all my shit that I had with them, and just finally resolved all that and just so really good.
My holidays were a little bit more special this year because, in all good faith, my mom got into remission around that point, so thank God for that. So we were really celebratory this year. So I'm just happy that we had I was happy that the whole family was healthy.
Yes.
My holiday was just a holiday, another holiday.
Okay. And our final set of questions from January comes from Will Metcalf.
And another old fan, thank you. You are awesome.
All right, I'm excited for this one. And I think Reese is right there. He knows what's about to happen. He doesn't, but he's about to. What's your favorite/least favorite blooper of all time?
Yeah.
All right, the Jedi Academy of how not to get hit in the balls. And when you fuck up, you're gonna get hit in the balls. Oh, jeez, not again. Rule number 1, don't fuck up. Rule number 2, don't be Willow. Rule number 3, if you're Willow, you're always gonna get hit in the balls. Oh. All right. I don't really have a least favorite blooper. I really don't.
I I have a really bad memory. I know I've laughed at a lot of fuck-ups a lot of times we've hurt ourselves. Basically, a lot of our bloopers can be audition tapes for Jackass.
Welcome to Dragon.
There's literally one where you drop off the fucking like second story.
Yeah.
And you just like fall on your ass.
No, I remember that, and I was like,
He's going to land, and it's going to hit him in the ball.
limping for a couple days after that.
Yeah, because you landed awkwardly.
Yeah, I was alright. That's the best and worst blooper I had.
All right, Brower.
The best blooper I've had was probably a scene during Smash 1 when Master Hand hits Mario in the head with the hilt. And it was a real hit, and I fell and tumbled, and I just laughed my ass off throughout it. I would say that was the best one because we just laughed it off. I think the worst blooper I could see, not bad, but worst one is I couldn't catch that fucking grenade in Zelda 1 for the life of me. There's like 5 takes of me trying to catch that fucking bomb.
1, action. None, action. 1, action. 1, action. 1, action.
That Christina was throwing to me, and I couldn't.
Hey, Willow.
So I'd have to say that my favorite is from way back in the olden days. We're talking Snake 1 when I was Big Boss. My favorite blooper. Brower knows, yeah, my favorite blooper. So for context, we were reviving Big Boss. We had to use some kind of syringe thing as a prop. I did not know it was a real syringe. So me thinking, hey, I'm on the ground. Brower's gonna be like, oh. And I'm like, no, Brower, you gotta take it and go, oh.
Well, no, don't just stab it like, oh.
Dude, it's fucking off.
Dude, you just injected yourself.
I don't
Right?
see blood.
Wait.
It's okay.
Right there. Oh, I injected myself!
It has a needle and everything. I stabbed myself in the chest. And to this day, that is probably one of the best moments that I can remember. It's just so funny.
Roll the clip.
Ow! The least favorite?
The least favorite is definitely from Smash Brotherhood, from when I was Waluigi.
I know where this is going.
And Heather and I were doing a fight. We choreographed it and everything. We practiced the choreography and everything. But come time to actually shoot it, she goes one way, and instead of me swinging to not hit her, I swing with the other arm, and my hand and her head just completely full contact. She was wearing a helmet.
It was at this moment Willow knew they fucked up.
Thankfully, but still was not good. I feel so bad for Heather. Heather, if you are watching this, I am still so sorry about that.
I made Heather. We got Heather a bowl of ice cream.
Yeah, we made sure to give her something
Head
as
trauma.
compensation.
Ice cream will fix it.
Hey, she was pleased at the time with it.
Yeah, you hit her in the head.
Emily.
I got brain damage.
I have the memory of a goldfish, so I apologize. My memory cannot serve me for this question.
All right, Shady.
So, for me, I've been doing YouTube, way before Zaandarbrow, so I'm actually going to list some bloopers that I've done here. But my favorite blooper on the channel, so it technically made the cut, but it was still so kind of stupid. So in Smash 1, for whatever reason, me and Cole, in episode 1, we're, having, a bit of a dick measuring contest, and at one point we were just improvising insults towards one another. I was like... And at one point I said something, and he told me it actually got under his skin a little bit. So while he was holding the smash letter, he decides to throw it full force right at my fucking face. And it's still in the cut for whatever reason. You can still see me surprised. I'm like,
does a homeless vet know who Rambo is and still dress the way you do? Sorry.
what the fuck did he just do? And he hugged me. He felt so bad. The worst blooper I've ever had It was a movie I did way back in 2012 called The Wake Up Call. Long story short, like, I had my friends, no one really cared to do filmmaking, they were just doing me a favor. I'm just trying to record a shot, and my friend's just laughing his ass off. And I can see what my friends are doing from the corner of my eye. They're just doing this the entire time for like an hour while we're trying to get this one shot of him just like looking. And he just can't. For like a whole hour, my friends kept that up. I'm like, can you? It got to a point where I just gave up, and it's still in the cut. You can see a wide shot where it's right there where they're just dicking off while I'm just trying to give a performance. I'm like, okay, fuck it, whatever. Shadow 759 used to do it, so like, whatever.
But, so when it comes to me with bloopers, I mean, I haven't really been acting very long, so I don't have much. But my favorite blooper would probably be, get ready for the shocking twist.
Hey, that's technically a non-canon. That's technically non-canon.
Technically, but it's gonna come up.
If you know, you know.
It's gonna come up again at some point.
And if you know, I'm sorry.
We are so sorry.
And my worst blooper is back in October when I came down, we were filming a cameo for me in Pokemon Trainer Law, and because I don't act, I kept fucking on my lines. I just wasn't getting it right. I was getting really frustrated with myself, and I feel like in a weird way that kind of added to my performance.
No,
because
it did.
Yeah, because like my character was supposed to be like angry at the fact that Bulbasaur was getting mistreated or whatever.
Bulbasaur ain't shit! But who wouldn't?
Objection! Pikachu wandered right into Bulbasaur's personal territory.
Yeah.
He was in the wrong, and you know it.
Yeah, well, fuck Pikachu.
Emily?
Yeah, sorry. As Shady was talking, I just remembered it. It was from recent. I'm not going to say where it's from yet, but it was a really hot shoot. It was a mega shoot. And we were all dying, tired, but, you know, let's push through it. Let's get these scenes done. I was a big dude with a shield and axe. And so it's like, go. I'm so tired. I'm not paying attention. Next thing you know, Shady's like, Emily! I bulldoze his ass over.
I had the camera, I was recording whatever, and you could literally go be like, oh shit, I almost fell on the floor.
I thought you did.
I thought I was gonna die. I mean, now I understand what Indiana Jones had to go through. I thought I was in the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay,
Man,
alright.
I would love to show that blooper if I could.
Okay.
Alright,
Alright, the next question is, what are your favorite YouTubers besides Smosh and Rich Alvarez? Thank you for excluding them out because
probably would have
And not SML either.
Yeah,
nobody likes that.
Yeah, no one likes it.
likes them. Sorry.
Yeah. Scott the Waz was somebody I started watching while I was away, and it gave me. He has like the same Zaandarbrow vibe, but he's more professional, in a sense. And if I have to give another one, because I just seem to always end up watching his videos, Ordinary Sausage. It's just fascinating.
Yes. I mainly just tend to watch like video essays for the most part. So Lindsay Ellis, Folding Ideas, you know, very much in veins of that. Folding Ideas recently did one actually about the James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd, which I watched when I was much younger. It was a very fascinating video. So yeah, mainly just video essay stuff. So, yeah.
I would say another one would be Rocket Jump, who did Video Game High School.
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
And Corridor Crew, who just, the couch explaining movies and whatnot.
Yeah. I'd say two of my favorite YouTubers would have to be Hello Future Me, who does some really great essays on things like world building, storytelling, and all that stuff, and has also. I've only read one of his books, but he has some really cool stuff. If you ever have a chance to check out any of his books, he's got some good stuff there. And another channel would be Curtis Cassatt. He does some great content on things like scientific studies and all sorts of like just sciencey stuff. And I'm so into sciencey stuff. So yeah, Curtis Cassatt and Hello Future Me. Hey Brian, how about you remember shit for once? Okay, the one that's on my mind right now, there's a channel I found recently called Accepted Cinema, and basically he just does a breakdown.
he not only does a breakdown of films, he does a breakdown of films on how it affects him as a person, where he's coming from, and whatnot. Fuck you, Brain. You just had the other YouTube channel. Go back to the other two. I'll probably remember it while they're saying their shit.
Alright, Shady.
Yeah, for me, I got two. One of them is Casey Neistat. Huge fan of his content. I've been a fan of his story ever since the early 2000s. Fun fact, he did not start off as a YouTuber. He started off as a documentary filmmaker for HBO. Then he jumped on YouTube. Been a fan of his story, been around ever since 2005, I want to say. Grew up with him, think he's a phenomenal filmmaker. The other guy is KSI. I grew up with his content too, to see his transformation from like just kind of this nerd to like the boxer he ended up becoming, and just this entrepreneur. It's like really fascinating, more or less. And I think his story is really cool, especially with like his friend group as well, and how they're all still very, very close 10 years later.
You know, it's really interesting you say that, because like when we first met, I always got a Casey Neistat vibe off of you.
Yeah, most of my style, if you look at my videos from that time, were
like
definitely
even
Casey Neistat.
like even some of your mannerisms sometimes, like you don't do his classic like okay hand sign, but like sometimes you will throw up your hands in a certain way that's very Neistat like.
Oh no, that's just definitely KSI. Like the way he like presents himself is very like, you know, almost Italian.
Ooh, this is kind of a tough one. So the ones that I couldn't list off were Smosh and Rich Alvarez, right?
Yeah, you can't say them.
Okay, I can. All right. I think a underrated channel would be The Stupendous Wave. He's someone that I've been following for several years now. He reviews like Star Wars lore theory videos, talks about the shows, the movies, whatever, and in Star Wars. And I feel like he has some really interesting perceptions about the franchise as a whole. I don't really agree with what he thinks about The Acolyte, but to each their own. But as far as like other channels go, I mean, it really just depends on who I feel like watching. Like, I don't really have like a dead set favorite, really. I mean, I feel like because I deal with these people every day, I feel like in a weird way they become my favorite YouTubers. So yeah, Ultra Swag Time, Zaandarbrow, Tio.
I did quit. What can I say? I went to Twitch.
Yeah, you did.
You're on. Red Letter Media was my other one.
That's a great one.
Okay.
I watched their half of the bag reviews, and it's just like, even though I don't agree with like everything they say, they also explain where they're coming from, and even though they might not like a movie, they're not going to condemn you for not liking the movie. It's just like, because it's like, for example, Star Wars is the one that everyone goes to, whether you're going to have a good or bad opinion about it. It's just like, they didn't like Acolyte, but they gave it a fair shake, they gave it a fair chance, and they explained why they didn't like Acolyte. It's not all the lore-breaking reasons or whatever bullshit controversy that part of the fandom wants to say. They just think the Jedi are the most boring part of the Star Wars universe. I'm like, yeah, I actually kind of agree with that, but then they say Andor is like an exception to that, like that, and like, yeah, no, I like more of the gunslinger, the more action-packed part of Star Wars, because I do think Jedi are boring. I know a lot of people might disagree. I think Acolyte changed that a little bit, because they actually played with the Force and played with, the martial arts Jedi would use.
Mm-hmm.
Is it executed perfectly? No, I'm not going to say but it's still a good show.
Would you do a what if type series in the Nintendo Cinematic Universe?
That's definitely more of a me and Brower question.
Yes.
So, Brower, I'll let you go first.
What was that again?
Would you make a what if?
There's a blooper. Would you make a what if series? Would you do a series where you and Shady are romantic lovers? That was the question.
The question is, would you do what if for the NCU?
I honestly would, because Save the World is kind of a what if we changed up this timeline kind of show. So going off of that, I can definitely see a universe of like, I would love to do what if Ganondorf won the war, to be like, would Link still be here, or would the MCU even happen? Or what if Master Hand won Smash and killed Luigi?
What if Mario never died?
That was actually on my mind.
Yeah, what if Mario never died?
Yeah,
I think I had an
We've
idea.
had multiple conversations about this before in the past.
Yeah.
There were like some big ones. What if Link never like went?
What if Taboo, or what if Pharaoh Mortis wasn't in purgatory or something like that?
Like another one would have been like, what if Pharaoh Mortis never died? Or what if but I think one of the more fascinating ones, at least in more recent memory, would have been like definitely the Mario dying one. But what if Shadow Mario just never showed up? Like, what if we all met up with Luigi and fought Master Hand together? Because that was the original idea. The only reason Master Hand showed up was because we just had some drama with Chris at the time, or like that's why Shadow Mario showed up. Yeah, because we couldn't be around Chris and Kayvon at the time.
All right, we got 9 questions on the June announcement.
Rapid round, let's go.
Rapid round, we gotta get through this, and then we got 2 small questions on Discord, and Cole just sent a shit
Rapid
ton.
round, let's
So
go,
let's
go.
go. First set of questions comes from Will Metcalf. Once more, how was filming the Zaandarbrow movie like? Well, I no longer need to answer the question.
Rar, how was it like filming the Zaandarbrow movie?
It was a lot of fun. It's a fun comedy, and it was fun just playing original characters again. And it was honestly one of my more favorite films to shoot.
I will
Just
say,
scene by scene, it was very fun to do.
I will say I had a lot of fun playing tree number 2 in that movie.
Fuck off, you were tree number 7.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I liked it.
I liked it when Shady held the gun wrong and someone went off.
Someone, more like, I wonder who that was. Exactly.
Because you did hold it wrong.
I did hold it wrong in a fucking comedy movie. It's almost like that was the point.
Let's all be honest here, it shouldn't be called Zaandarbrow the movie.
Anyway, I gotta answer that question.
Yeah.
What was it like filming the Zaandarbrow movie? To kind of go off of something that Emily said earlier when you were talking about Unknown Plumber, that was kind of this. It really did feel like that was kind of my Unknown Plumber a little bit. There was definitely some lack of direction. I kind of like got on Brower's ass about that a few times, and I definitely know like a lot of people talked to me and they said like, what the fuck even is this? And I had to kind of explain to them that, like, don't look at this as Zaandarbrow the movie. Look at this as Skit the movie. Like,
which would be very Zaandarbrow, honestly.
yeah, but that's what I'm getting at, though. It's like, the advertising itself was a little weird because, like, it was Zaandarbrow the movie, but what is Zaandarbrow at the end of the day? Is it like this? Is it that? And, like, Reese was coming up with other plot lines that, like, I think could be more interesting to explore in the future. Like, for example, like if Brower leaked the spoiler or something like that. But in this case, it was about like Brower stealing music from the mafia, and we didn't understand if we were supposed to take this seriously because Brower was trying to hype it up like we were, but then apparently we weren't. But that's what I'm getting at. That's what you told us later. At first, you were trying to like say, "Oh no, this is like something I want to take seriously." So eventually, we kind of got our footing into the comedy aspect. That's why I'm more excited for Xander 2 because now we know what it is. So I'm more excited for Xander 2 than I ever really was for Xander 1.
All right, the last question from Will Metcalf is really only for Brower. Since you're doing a sequel, can I make a cameo?
Yes.
All right, moving on.
Anyone can.
If you can get down here.
Yeah. Our next set of questions comes from a name I have not seen in a long time, Marty Man.
Oh, he's an OG. Okay.
Yeah. Hey. So, Brower, in your movie, you're looking for customers who need help with their video, either editing it all together or being a cameraman to help get that best cinematography quality video. If you are, this is a long run. If you are really looking for people for help on their videos, like maybe me one day, my question is, what is your business requirements or commissions? Like, how much money to have you edit my videos or recording videos?
But if it's a simple skit, just send me like $50. If it's a whole hour-long thing with effects, send me $200 because that shit takes a long time. Yeah.
All right.
On your rates, but
I agree.
Okay.
Send me $500 if it's like a 2-hour video.
We'll talk.
Just
about it.
contact him about it if
Yeah.
you're actually interested.
Yeah. Okay, that was his only question. Okay, so our next set of questions comes from David Utt, and he's
David.
He's gonna be hitting something good. I think because of how outdated this is, I think I'm probably just gonna have to skip to his one other question. Because it was about Droid Breakout, the trailer coming out. That was more about what it was. And which,
let's go to the second
yeah.
question.
So his other question is AI a continental concern for you guys? Sora is currently in development as well as Google text-to-video software. These are big leaps in the film industry and is worth talking about. If it isn't a concern, will you use it yourselves for this channel? Will it replace the FX artists you hire? And
oh god, start with you.
I gotta keep this as simple as I can.
You? Nothing happened.
Fuck off.
Shh.
I'm someone who does understand how AI can be used as a really good tool for us to use. However, it's something that's just like, I can't in good conscience really use it, given how companies like harvest the data from their users to put to it. Like recently there's this whole thing going on how Jacksepticeye had his voice taken by Apple to be used for AI training.
That's horrible.
And it's just
Without
like,
consent.
if it's something that is done ethically, sure, I could consider it. If it, for like something like, oh, I absolutely cannot do this, I'll maybe consider it. But I'm somebody that's like, I don't think this is going to replace anybody, because it's like, at the end of the day, you're not going to replace human hard work with a computer.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm actually really curious how you're going to answer this one.
Why? Listen, I don't particularly like AI. At the end of the day, human work, what someone puts in, maybe not perfect, but you can definitely feel the heart from it.
Exactly.
AI, like you say, it's stealing other people's work. I think at best you could use it as maybe like a previs idea to then pitch to other people.
Yeah.
And have them go from there. But even then, I would still say like, there's nothing wrong if like you have an idea and you were a shitty artist, but you draw it and then you show it to someone, because guess what? That's just, you're getting an idea to them.
Not to mention that it's just like, yes, it's in development, and the more it's used, the more it's going to be trained. But it's like, I've seen things from Sora, and it's really bad. It's really bad.
Also, I will say, at least a lot of the intent is very clearly by big companies, people saying we want to not to pay people.
Yeah.
We don't want to pay the artists. We want to use this thing because it's easier. But they use things like, oh, this is the best way it can fit my vision, and it's like, no, you just don't want.
You don't want to do the work.
You just don't want to do the work. You don't want, and you don't want to collaborate with someone.
Yeah, I guess. No, I'll just keep getting my friends or close film people to help me out. But the only thing I ever used it for was can I get a quick thumbnail? Sure. Or TikTok. What do I look like in the 1800s? Oh, this. That's the only thing I ever used it for. Funsies. But yeah, no, people are better at work, so.
Yeah. Alright, quick one, because you being the music one.
Yeah, no, AI is something that should never be used for creative works in any sense of the word. It should only exclusively be used for things that are cold, calculated, and or tactic related. Basically, AI should be used to make human lives better so that humans can create more without the burdens of other things, like other stresses, like having to fill out spreadsheets perfectly. You can utilize an AI with an algorithm to do that better for you, or some other way. But creative, never.
There is a way it can be used creatively, with Square Enix. They actually used some AI on Final Fantasy. But what they did, it wasn't like they were using it to cut a major corner. No, they wanted to give their animators an easier time, so they used their own assets, plugged into the generator, and that's how they were able to do lip syncing.
To add on to that, that's just another stance of mine. If you must use AI, or if you really want to, then it's definitely a great idea to make your own model and to rely on your own sources of stuff, and because that way you can at least argue it's ethical. Then you're still using your own creative work.
Yeah. And
anybody got a pen I can borrow?
I need to run some shit down.
Anybody got a pen or pencil?
Sadly, I don't. But you know what?
Real quick, let's just make it brief because we are killing time.
Yeah.
All right.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
Pick up the fucking pen. Do the fucking work. Just fucking do it.
I'm sick of this shit. Like, okay, fine, you can use it ethically. If you really want your vision to fucking happen, just get off your ass and do it. Learn a skill. Like, play to your fucking strength. But saying it's too expensive or I can't do it, that's just saying you don't want to do the fucking work. Period.
Shady. At the end of the day, like, AI is just that. It's a tool. Like, in the same vein that, like, something like a treadmill can be a tool. Like, the more you do it, the more you can throw out your legs.
Yeah.
What I highly advise and, like, what needs to come into account, because I did watch, like, recently, like, Logan Paul's podcast with Donald Trump, and he brought up, like, a very good point, which was, like, they one time used Donald Trump's, like, voice and, like, face to make it look like he was announcing that he was launching a ton of nukes, like, over, like, Asia and, like, Russia. And, like, you know, usually when stuff like that happens, you only have, like, about 12 minutes to really check it. And at that rate, why are you going to check it? Retaliate. So it has to be regulated. We have to make sure that, like, things like this isn't able to be used for, like, notorious reasons like that. We have to make sure that, like, you know, people are getting fair wages, people aren't getting taken advantage of. Well, most of my friends are artists. However, like, AI inherently isn't evil. The concept behind it may be. And what needs to happen and what needs to be ensured is that it is simply used as a tool with guidelines. Like, in the same vein that you can check if you doctored a photo, you need to be able to check if you doctored AI. And immediately, like, that's where it's getting stripped down.
Yeah, I mean, and like my views on it are pretty much the same thing. Like, I don't think that you should use AI to sacrifice somebody else's talent to write a good story or to write a good movie, whatever. Like, again, it should be used as a tool. I just feel like it's basically the reason why, like, the strikes were going on, because I'm pretty sure, like, all the studios or all the major studios, they wanted to use more of AI and less of, like, actual people. And it's just like no, that's not fair. It's like these writers get paid to do these projects, and it's just not fair to have AI do all the work for them, you know?
I will say, we suck at doing lightning round.
Yeah, that was one that was.
So yeah, here's
here's
what we're gonna do. Tio, do your best not to commentate on anyone else's opinion. Let's keep going.
Yep. All right. Okay. But thank you, David. Looking forward to Droid Breakout. All right. Our next set of questions comes from a very new. You know, I don't know. I think a few people here may know of certain Made Easy Productions.
Bolsarello. All right, let's
go. I'm about to get a cattle prod.
Snake.
Anyway, keep going.
Pinky. Without diving into spoilers, what project are you guys currently working on is your most anticipated project? What has been the biggest challenge you guys have faced so far on those projects?
All right. Wrap it around. Let's go.
Smash 2. What else do I gotta say? What else do I gotta say? That's it. We already know the challenges.
I guess the project that we're working on right now, which Smash 2. Yeah. Okay. But also at the same time, I'm a very, very small part of it, so the challenges are just what we face on the daily, which a lot, but we've managed to overcome it. It's all good fun.
Waluigi 2 is still harder, but Smash 2. Smash 2 for now, yes.
I'm under an NDA, so I can't give a fair answer.
Any project you do will be difficult. The hardest part is just trying to overlook the adversity and just pushing through to see that doing it is going to be worth it in the run, no matter the obstacle.
For me, I got 3. So, like, I got the Smash Remaster that's coming out soon. I just showed the trailer of the Reach real quick, just in 3 words. What do you think?
Twas fucking epic.
Cool. And then, of course, we have Luigi Your Brother Shadow coming out very soon, and the VFX are actually getting locked in today, so that's going to be fun. And, of course, Smash 2. Smash 2 by far is the one with the biggest adversity. Obviously, most of you don't live in this state. Y'all have traveled here just for this, so I appreciate that. Smash 2 by far is still the biggest production we have ever had. I'd be very surprised if this ever gets topped in the future in terms of, like, size. I don't want you guys to go ever that far, to be honest, because it's way too gravitasing, but, like, at the end of the day, like, I am proud that we're doing this. It has its fair share of problems. I will definitely explain further in the future, but Smash 2 is definitely the thing that I'm looking forward to the most and sharing with you guys.
And my most anticipated project of the year is, I can't announce it just yet, but I'll just say this. It starts with a B and ends with an L.
Okay. All right. His His next question, going into hypothetical territory. What are some new projects or series you guys would like to make in the future? Any franchises you guys have been dying to try? Metroid.
Yeah, that could be cool.
All right, what about you, Patrick?
Nothing. Mainly, not any big IPs. I would love to like adapt like books and whatnot.
Ooh, yeah.
Like small little like I love not going into too much, but I love like small little like cheap paperback thriller things like Hallmark or Lifetime Channel movies, but in book form.
Mm-hmm.
They can be cheap, easy to make. You know, you got a certain style and energy to it. It'll be fun. That's all you need.
I want this to be good so bad. I've been working on a Ruby project for the past year and a half now with my friends Raymond and Mace. We've been doing choreography and whatnot, and I just want this to be good. This has been like a dream anime of mine to produce, so Ruby.
I want to adapt the Grimm fairy tales and other similar dark fairy tale stories. As far as to this channel, I want to get more into the cosmic side of Nintendo, so Metroid's definitely one. Another one's like Captain Falcon, because that's very untouched territory in a lot of Nintendo projects. Like you see him in Smash.
Mm-hmm.
His games are hard to get a hold of, so it's like. But he also has a really interesting story that has a lot of potential if you play with it right.
And in my case, like I have my own projects that I've been developing. I'm developing Captivia Chapter 2. I am developing something unannounced just yet. I'm producing a music video that Reese knows about. I'm producing this, I'm producing that. I got a lot of projects, but if I had to like say which one like would I be looking forward to the most, it's Captivia 2. I'm very excited for that.
Alright, and this one's more for Brower. Any new merch lined up soon?
I have to get paid to get some new merch, so don't go to Zaandarbrow.com just yet. Coming soon within the next year.
Actually, Redbro, I introduced you to Redbubble.
I introduced him to that in 2014.
Whenever I download new mugs and hats on Redbubble, hell yeah.
Alright, our next set of questions. Open-ended productions. What camera do you use?
Real quick, that's a me question. We use a Canon 9DD.
Reese, if you'd like to come in front and show both of them to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the camera, yes.
Yeah, and this is a Canon here, and if you aim the camera here, this is a Canon T6i. We mainly use these two. We once in a while use a Blackmagic, but that's only on very rare and like scenes that like require that attention to detail. We rarely need them, but for example, like the Link vs. Darkling fight was shot with that.
Nice.
Have you ever thought of upgrading or switching to iPhone?
Yeah. iPhone 15.
I just got the new iPhone
Balls.
Pro.
I'm
Man.
going
Got it right here.
Balls.
Camera is fucking amazing.
It's like
I'm a fan of it.
I've seen like how good the quality is on each phone, but it's like I don't see that fully replacing a whole camera.
Oh, it will never will.
Yeah.
Like, it never will. Like, nobody's gonna be like, hey, I'm a professional photographer with my iPhone. Like,
Yeah,
never.
I'm just get my Android. So, Shady, his last question is for you.
Yeah?
What's your dream project if you had a huge budget?
What's my dream project? You know, I've been asked this, like, many times. And I've actually, fun fact about this, I actually got offered a $10,000 production budget a while ago to direct a certain short film, and I shot it down. Because what had happened was that if I took that, I would have to be like under a lot of stress with the producer to make it a certain type of way. It's just not my style. But if I had like, let's say $1 million, could do whatever I want. You know, I have no idea. I probably would make my short film Gray, which is like a project I've been talking about forever, and just make it as big and upscaled as possible. The budget would mainly go to like just renting out locations and hiring maybe certain like gaffers and lighters and whatnot. But honestly, I don't aspire for anything big like that. If it's offered to me and it works, sure, but like again, I've been offered it before, and it just isn't for me.
All right. Our final set of questions on this before we move to Discord comes from a Knife Stalker. And his first question is, what is your favorite NCU project you have worked on? What is my favorite NCU project you have worked on? I gotta say, I think Ash Pokemon Turning Out Law was pretty fun. It's like a good
I couldn't stop recording right now,
I mean, I have another camera. Yeah, so it's like, it doesn't matter.
I mean, sure, but like these are some cool
Real
angles.
quick, to broaden that question a little bit so everyone can fit in, let's make this just Nintendo project in general. So, what's yours?
That's a hard one because I have barely been in any. You know what? The set of Waluigi 1 was really fun, but I gotta be honest, through all the hell, through everything that went on, Waluigi 2.
That's fair, yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Haven't been on a whole lot. I will say, just from Brotherhood, I will say the project I'm working on now, despite, like I said, how small I am, had a really great time just working on it. From what what Shady has shown us is like nothing to not to shit on what we've done in Brotherhood, but we've come a hell of a long way, and it's fantastic from what I've seen. I can't wait to see it come out. I want to be kept updated on when it will come out.
You will, I promise.
Broward.
It was the best Nintendo project that we've done.
Not the best one, but your favorite one to have been a
Your favorite, yeah.
My favorite one, Smash 1. That was just our first groundbreaking experience, and we showed it, premiered it in a movie theater, got my first audience reaction, signed posters. Smash 1 was the best. We rented out a studio. We did everything to make it happen. Out of every freaking drama thing that happened, we made it happen. Smash 1 is one of my favorite projects because I wouldn't be here today if I didn't finish that movie. So Smash 1.
Willa.
For me, it's a tie. I can't pick between the two, but it would have to be the Super Young Mario Bros., the quote-unquote final season of the Young Mario Bros., and
technically, yeah,
and Super Smash Brotherhood Chapter 2. Those were probably both equally, in general, my favorite projects to work on, and probably the ones I think, comparatively to the other stuff that I've worked on with this channel, those are the best, in my opinion, generally.
And William.
Nintendo stuff. I liked it when we did the character versus, they were just
the
one-off. Yeah, it's like
little death battles.
Yeah, little death battles. Like, I just liked how one-off they were. You still have room for creativity.
Yeah.
But you can just play with the character and have fun with them. And you give whatever director pretty much a lot of control over it because you don't have to worry about how this affects next episode. You can just do it right then and there. It's like it starts here, it ends here. Vegas.
Shady.
Now for me, this one's gonna be interesting. I actually have a tie. So for me, it's a tie between Legend of Zelda 1. So Legend of Zelda 1 is where everything started. It's where I started taking my stuff on Zaandarbrow a little bit more seriously. It's where I really tried to bring it up to the next level. We took the Dark Link fights, how we approach Ganon, cinematography. This is where I really made Barrett put down his original camera and use that guy because automated, manual focus is definitely something you want to do. Shutter speed, stuff like that. Whatever the case may be. I hated how his original camera just kind of did it for you. Point being though is we really tried to upscale the storytelling with that. I really tried to do my best, and it was just kind of a fun experience to develop my Link as a character and give him an overarching arc that eventually bled into Smash 1. Smash 1, like Brower said, it was the biggest film to date that we've ever put out. Premiered it in a movie theater. We so many people came down for it, and the project itself, it really said a little. Me and Cole and Brian were already friends, but we became a brotherhood after that.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, we still have a little group chat where we just send stupid games and whatever. Since that day, and we just talk all about where we're at with our lives and whatnot. But we always kind of look back at Smash is the thing that really propelled us into what we want to do with our lives. As much as we probably didn't want to do it at first, Smash changed our lives. So I gotta give credit where credit's due.
Alright. What is Shady's biggest pet peeve when it comes to filmmaking?
Oh, what is my biggest pet peeve? It's almost like my name's in it. Me personally, biggest pet peeve, people being invited to the set when I didn't ask them to be there. I wonder when that has happened.
And when somebody complains about a certain character.
No, like the actual filming of it. Like for me personally, I think my biggest pet peeve though is like when I'm directing, it's like getting cut off or like being spoken over, because then I gotta get loud, I gotta get mean, like that. I just want to like just like make it fun and as enjoyable as possible, because like we're all here to have fun. Like come on, why are we ruining it? Like yeah, but at the end of the day, as much as we're having fun, maybe listen to the guy who's supposed to give you direction. Let's get out of there sooner too.
All right.
That's an idea.
What is Shadow Mario / Dark? Which Shadow Mario / Darkness will win? Browers or Richie's?
Honestly, I think mine would, because Richie's has died like 5 times and has, I don't even think has killed one, because they've always stabbed him in the back next. Mine has died by Chris, but I came back and Smash, got shot in the end by Cole, but I put up a fight. And the rest of that has either been backstory or lore. So I kind of say mine would, because I would use my full power, not just use my saber against someone.
Only by sheer logic, Browers wins.
I kind of agree with that to a degree. If you look back at pretty much, that's only if you're counting like those 2 appearances in the MCU. Like from what I've seen, like prior to that, I think I would probably, like before Smash I would give it to Richie. Post Smash I'd probably give it to you, because like you literally destroyed 2 planets.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah.
based on feats, I would say Browers.
Yeah.
Shadow Mario should win this
That's
fight.
why I use my favorite character. I destroyed fucking planets.
I don't think any of us can answer
Somehow
this.
Shadow Mario returned.
Well, what's the question?
What is Bobby's favorite fight he has choreographed?
Oh, I know. He's my best friend. Like Bobby's fight favorite fight that he's ever choreographed, Luigi vs. Waluigi. He loves the simplicity of that fight.
Yeah.
He loves the
That was
simplicity.
my
It's
favorite
very
fight
goofy.
battle.
It's very fun.
All right. So the last question:
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Moving on to Discord. These are really quick. Luna asks, "Can I have a pointy knife?" Sure. Oliver Stoner asks, "Hi, yes. Can you buy me McDonald's?"
Hey, point the camera at me. Point the camera at me. See who can't afford his own McDonald's. I don't know if that's a good question to ask.
Woo!
Poverty.
God damn it. Taylor, you're not alone there.
You are not.
We are poor. All right,
No,
and
seriously, donate to our Patreon, please. We're poor.
all right, and we're gonna have to try to speed run the best that we can through this. Cole Sorello has asked these sets of questions. What were your biggest problems you had to deal with on set, and how did you address them?
We kind of already answered that a little bit, didn't we?
All right, kind of basically did, so I think we could skip that one.
I'll answer that question to a different degree.
Okay.
So the biggest problem I've ever had to address on set usually just comes with drama. Like Smash 1 had its own fair share of drama, so like it was just really just kind of figuring out how to divide, conquer, and like figure everything out, and scheduling. Like obviously this took 2 months to prep for it, so
And shit's still went
scheduling.
wrong.
Yeah, if anyone else has anything
Brief
to
fight.
add to that real quick, you just go ahead.
I do. It would have to be costuming
like-
and character design.
Aim the camera.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
No, for me it would have to be something like, costuming and makeup and stuff, because there have definitely been times where when I was with the crew back in 2015 and so, doing Smash and all that, Smash Brotherhood specifically, we would have times where we're like, okay, we're missing a costume piece, or this character needs to have this kind of makeup or appearance, but oh no, we don't have this, so we have to improvise. And without fail, we usually would come up with some other weird way of getting around it, and it didn't always work, but the challenge, though, was the fun part of it, I think. Like, looking back, it was fun. In the moment, it was stressful, but looking back, it was a fun challenge to be faced with.
Yeah. I would say just planning out everything, then like either the day before, the 2 days before, just remembering all the stuff we need on set. This camera, that camera. Like it's easy to get, but just remembering like this costume, that costume, this prop, that prop, this exact thing for blood, and just everything you need for set. Once we're there, it's easy. Just remembering what we need, because I'll forget one thing, and that'll be the most important thing. But I'll remember everything else. Like that's the bitch. But other than that, yeah.
All right, me working with these two back then, and they would start fighting. So, and the only way I could solve it is like grab them both, sit them down, let them talk, get back to work.
What's the next question?
All right, his next question is, I feel like we already answered this one. What has been your favorite memory on set and why?
Well, technically,
with like favorite blooper.
Yeah, but that's just blooper. Like my favorite memory overall probably would be. So it was the day we were on the garage rooftop for Smash 1, and Brower, being Einstein that he was, put in the wrong address and ended up on the opposite side of Orlando. So me, Cole, and Brian, who were already on a time crunch, were waiting for this guy. And keep in mind, during the very last shoot, Brower fucked up and put diesel in his car. He didn't even have it for a day. So we were already like on edge with Brower. We were like, well, we knew something was gonna happen. So the entire time we were waiting up there, me, Cole, and Brian were just playing a ton of games. We were just trying to make the most of it. We were sword fighting. We were chatting. At one point, we came up with certain dance moves. We were just so fucking bored. Like Michael got there a whole 30 minutes before Brower did. And keep in mind, where we were was only 10 minutes away from the original shoot. So it's like, buddy, how? Whatever. But that was probably my favorite memory on set. Just, again, having fun with my friends, dicking off, and just, chilling out.
I have one that I can say as like more recent ones. The first mega shoot, and I'm arriving to the set with that whole army of extras right behind me.
Yeah, that felt
just
like,
to be sent back.
That felt okay. For context, we had to keep sending Tio back because someone needed to stay at the front of the entrance to guide everyone where they needed to go. But when I saw, like, at that point in time, I was like freaking out because I was like wondering to myself, are the extras even going to come? When I saw, not even kidding, 20 people just start, and all in black, by the way, just start showing up. I literally thought to myself one or two things. We're about to get robbed, or like, this is going to be the best shoot ever. And it was. Yeah.
I'm there, I'm all proud. I'm like, I did a good job. Hey, Tio, you need to go back. Okay.
Here's the thing. One last thing. It's like a 3-mile walk there and back.
God. Oh, yeah,
And keep in mind, and I got to give you props where props are due. Tio did that walk 6 times.
Jeez.
6.
Oh my god. Yeah, my legs were dead the next day.
Your calves ought to be...
Fuck yeah.
I don't think my calves have fully recovered ever since.
I don't think they
Alright, actually, you know what? I don't want to skip YouTube because I know you two especially are going to have one. All of us here, I think, have a favorite.
Yeah.
Let's
go clockwise again. Hold on, Patrick. You go, Patrick.
I have a really shitty memory, so nothing really specific, but just like the times when we were sitting in the Brower and Lackett's apartment and we were getting pizza and we were editing and writing, and it was a shit show because we were editing, writing, and usually watching something on TV, so we were all distracted because we were all saying
no focus.
It was no focus. We were all basically shouting ideas at each other or insults at Brower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we were
as one does when they're bored.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, I don't think a lot got done, but boy, was it a fun time.
Yeah.
Brower.
Well, I said my least favorite. My favorite moment on set, probably, you know what? Not even, does this count? Not even on set, but during a Spice and Ice video.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Literally every time I come so close to getting in first place, you beat me by like a half second because I get the ball in the cup. I have to keep the spicy chicken in my mouth. Okay, ball in the cup. Damn it, I missed. Ball in the cup. I got it. Yay. Damn it, shit, he already beat me. Alright, I get second place. It's still just a fun challenge trying to compete with you.
I gotta be real, man. Like, and you can fact check this. I don't even think you were second. I think because if I remember correctly, unless Arius was there, you were almost dead last all the time.
Yeah, no, Arius would either be right next to me or just begging to beat me at one point because I kept getting ahead of him, and it's always just ahead of him, not ahead of everyone else.
But Spice and Ice were always fun, and I'm excited for Spice and Ice. Actually, so I got a bit of an announcement right now. I actually ended up taking over, and like now I'm editing Spice and Ice 5. You can expect that next month, maybe. We'll see.
Ooh, okay. Willow. Favorite set moment?
So, way back in the day, there was this one project we did called Solid Snake, and I was Big Boss, and I got stabbed in the chest by a needle. That, to this day, will probably be my top favorite memory because of just how unexpected and, like, genuinely terrifying, but also hilarious to me that it was. Like, because I stabbed myself pretty good. I'm not saying I hit my sternum, but it went deep. It was a deep stab.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Emily.
Anytime we do choreography and we end up fucking it up somehow, but like to a hilarious degree. I think I hit you in the balls a few times.
You did more than just that.
Yeah, no, just like... No, there was one time where like... I don't know if it was Robert did it or if it was me that did it, but we had somebody that was like coaching us through choreography, and I think it ended up being with a rifle. And the butt of the rifle ended up going into somebody's crotch.
It was Brower.
Brower's the one that did it?
Brower crotched himself with a rifle, I remember.
Oh.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
so funny shit like that.
Okay, so Cole's next question is, this is gonna be a little. We're gonna be wordy on this one, but I feel like in some aspects, a lot of us have talked about it off camera a lot tonight. If you could go back and do something differently, anything, what would it be and why? How do you think that would have changed things?
Ooh, I got the answer essential for that. Go ahead.
I think, at the very least, I would have just, for my own sake, I should have communicated better with people, and I think I should have set myself more. I should have put more discipline on myself to do the things that I wanted to do, but I was really fun. I was starting at my issues mental health wise. I could have been Dark Link in Zelda 1. I did not set myself as hard as I should have at the time. And you should have communicated it more.
I would say if I could go back and change anything, I would probably make Toad curse a lot less. I was 18 at the time, just fresh in college, in film school no less. You just have a million ideas. You have that freedom. So I'm swearing like a sailor. I did hear the story about how someone left a comment how they can't show it anymore because of Toad's cursing. If you're still around and still a fan, I apologize for that. I hope all the other projects succeeding this will be shown to your children and they have liked it. So that's about it, and I'm sure it wouldn't have changed a whole lot, but just something I look back on as like, 18-year-old me, what a prick.
Brower.
I would say this is our favorite moments.
No,
this is if you
No.
change anything.
What would you change?
If I could change anything, I would just try to do my best to do reshoots on either Smash Brotherhood or Unknown Plumber Season 1, because now they're both kind of connected into the new universe in a way, and because I thought they were old projects, I didn't think I was ever going to touch them again, but now that you kind of have to watch them to watch the NCU in full, and then back in the day, I would want someone to either tell me no on an idea or for me to have some sort of reshoots, because I just thought, that's a good shot, done, and I'm tired. I'm not doing a reshoot. This is good. I can fix it in post. Even for the Zaandarbrow movie, I've done so many reshoots on my own scenes because I didn't want it to be fucking shit. I wish I'd done that with Smash Brotherhood and fucking Unknown Plumber Season 1. It's the film industry. Half my friends didn't want to film, and that drove me to do more like reshoots and edits. I don't know why I didn't do that back then, because ads and film people high.
One thing I definitely would change and undo, I would have never gone and deleted my YouTube channel, my original McCrazy, because I think fondly back on all those videos and memories that Brower and I, and even just myself when I was just very young, like 10, 11 or so years old.
Man, I knew you since you were straight.
Damn.
Oh God, that was never a thing.
Let's straight.
But I would definitely have kept that channel, if not rebranded it to something, because McCrazy, cool, funny at the time when you're, in your middle school, high school kind of thing, but I definitely would have preferred, instead of deleting it or pretending it got hacked, I would have just preferred to maybe rebrand it and private a lot of the stuff instead, because at least then I could still have stuff to look back to and still have memories to reflect on, and it's just, and it taught me things to just not delete things, because once you do, they're gone forever. So instead, just kind of hold on to them in whatever way you can.
Emily.
I'd work on my stuff a little more. Instead of bitching about other people's productions, like do your own productions. It's just like instead of screaming how you would do something better, just go and actually do the thing to make it better. Because it's like anybody can be an armchair critic. It takes a lot to be in the one sweating in the arena, bleeding in the arena. It's very easy to say, well, I wouldn't bleed like that. I wouldn't do that. It's like, well, you're not in here, are you? So that'd be what I do differently if I had to go back and do it again.
For me, it's pretty straightforward, to be honest. When we were working on the original Smash movie, me, Cole, and Brian didn't want to be there the entire time. There was just so much catalyst and animosity that we had towards the rest of the group. And I remember when we were done with the project, we just did not want to come back. And I remember it was around June or July, right after graduation. Me and Brower started hanging out almost every single day. I remember specifically, I was house watching Nico's stuff, and Brower came over and showed me all of Super Mario Brothers, and we just started hanging out. And then we were just starting to edit everything, and I was talking to Cole about it at that point, and I just kind of said maybe I don't like your friends. and I've made that clear forever ago. I don't really like your friends. But maybe we were a little harsh on Brower. Because as much as I feel like there were things that you did wrong, we could have been better about it too. So me and Cole decided to just say, okay, fuck it, let's squash it, and let's make Smash the best movie we can.
So there is one thing that I would like to say about this. So, as the crew here knows, I have a habit of being really lazy with certain things.
Really?
Just okay. So here's the thing. I have been able to write some pretty cool stories, do some really cool things for the channel, and just things for my own personal life. But I feel once I do said things, I get too comfortable and I get into the mentality of oh man, I'm the shit, I can do whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't got to put in as much effort next time. And then I fall at the deep end and I'm back to square one. Prime example is me and Brower edit lightsabers at the same time. There it is. And okay, so this man, he told me flat out a long time ago, that I somehow put more detail into sabers than Brower does. I guess it's just the way we edit it, whatever.
Right.
And I got a little cocky about it.
Great kid, don't get penisy.
Yeah, or penis. I got penisy about it, and it kind of got to the point where it's because I thought I was so I thought I was the shit to the point where I didn't really do anything. Brower just did everything, even my own work for me, and it kind of made me look like a fucking idiot.
I'm gonna put a pin in that. Just turn the camera right around to me for a second. I'm about to like suck Brower's dick for a second. In 2 months, Brower did 10 lightsaber videos. 10. Averaging around 1 minute and 30 to 5 minutes. 10. You want to take a wild guess? More. At this rate, you're probably at 50,000 to be honest. You want to take a wild guess how many Reese did? Turn around and say the answer.
0.
Yeah, listen, and this is my thing. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter whether you think you're better or worse than somebody. Guess what? He did it.
This kind of like adds onto what Emily was saying. It's like, yeah, you can criticize people's work, but it's like, okay, but if that's the case, do your own fucking work. You don't really have room to talk. You know,
matter more than the skill.
At least they're doing their own thing.
You
know,
can get somebody who like does a janky job and somebody who does a professional job, but if the person who's doing the janky job does more work, that's going to be what matters more than the professional who doesn't get off their ass.
Yeah. Thank you, Reese, for doing the opening to Waluigi vs. Mario. I got the rest.
40-second wonder.
Okay. I have no idea how we're going to do this. Be as fast as you can with it.
Is this the last question?
No. He's got 2 more. We're like the second to last one.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, come on.
Without any context or reason, why rate either the cast member or the version of the character that cast member plays on a scale from 1 to 10. No context, just rate.
Alright, Tia, go.
Patrick's Toad, 10 out of 10. Brower's Mario, 7 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Emily, as whatever that Star Wars character was in the unnamed, unfinished thing, you know what? Honest 10 out of 10. I liked the design. Shady.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, you kind of deserve a 420 out of 10. Reese, I don't feel comfortable rating you.
That's fair. Alright, I don't know if you...
I'll be honest, I haven't watched a whole lot.
Yeah, rate us as people, I guess.
No context. Yeah, rate us as people. Rate us
no
as people.
context.
No context.
No context.
No contest at all, but...
No contest.
Yeah.
No context.
No context. Sean's the best Link.
Fair enough.
Every other Link is just not worth it.
That's
no
fair.
offense, T.O.
Brower
is the lowest form of light. I say it with affection.
I think Brower just died.
That was affection?
I don't know. That's the most affection he's shown in years. Give him a break.
Lackett, the most lovable ball of destruction. 0 out of 10. I love it. Egg! Emily, you are 10 out of 10 the rock of this group.
Like Dwayne or like a literal rock?
No, like,
no context.
You are a rock floating in space with the gravity that brings us together.
God! Bro, you're Pluto.
I mean, if you notice, I do have a difference here.
Oh my God. Shady, only known you a couple of months. In person, I met him last night.
Yeah.
We only exchanged a couple of conversations and whatnot, but like, from what I've heard of all you do, like, 10 out of 10, you really, like, you took this really cool idea and this really cool thing, and of course everyone else has, of course, contributed, but like, what I've seen you do with, this, with this project is just, like, blown me away. 10 out of 10, your passion for just filmmaking as a whole in the short term, I very much admire. Reese, 0 out of 10, I hate fanboys.
Yeah.
Alright, rapid round.
Okay.
Alright, this is gonna be my rapid round.
Alright, start with me and then go all the way around. Rate yourself for all I care.
Tio's Ash, 9 out of 10. Patrick's Elf Couchman, 7 out of 10.
Fair.
My Otacon, 10 out of 10. Blackett's Waluigi, 11 out of 10. Emily's original landlord character, 12 out of 10 because that's how my landlord treated me. Shady's Professor Oak, 20 out of 10.
Oh, obviously.
And Reese's...
Say it.
The crackhead? Oh yeah. Which is the only character he's really played.
Reese's Crackhead, 9 out of 10.
Congratulations.
I'll take that.
We're both the 9 out of 10s for crackhead Pokemon people.
Oh, I just got what you were gonna say.
So, Paz is obviously 69 out of 10.
Woo!
And then, of course, we got the couch elf here, who is just 100 out of 0. Because he's just impossible, and somehow he still is. Dick Rod is Blueberry Muffins out of feminism.
What?
Because he is out of feminism. He is filled with Blueberry Muffins.
I'm so woke right now.
Shut up. And of course, Muffy Scrubs, desune dateyo, is just 10 out of 10. There's, 10 out of 10. What can I say? Now, of course, we got John Bonerson, a proper 5 out of 5. Because you half-assed it.
I got a big ass.
You got a half-ass.
Okay.
Shady, shady. 0 out of 10, because I just can't fucking see you, man. You're too shady. Jesus. And Reese is definitely a 1 out of 10, because what in all holy hell is Jerry for, and why do you keep wanting me to watch it?
Watch the fucking video and you'll see.
Okay, Emily, your turn. Go crazy.
You are 380 out of 99 conspiracy theorists. Patrick, you are 75 out of 42 couch elves. Love the whimsy. Wait, no context. What the fuck? Brower, you are 1 out of 1 Marios. No one can replace you.
Yep.
Literally.
The unreplaceable.
Unless we write a script that does. Anyway. Willow, you are 2 out of 2 big muffy scrub tits.
My babies!
I'm not ranking myself. I'm not narcissistic. Shady. 10 out of 10. Good director, producer, everything overall.
Context.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking that up.
Actually, I feel like the no context was more Cole's like, no context on why you're doing this, just go and do it.
Oh, okay.
Whatever, we decided to explain everything, I guess. And now
Yeah.
give us
Reese, 10 out of 10 on the fandom.
Alright.
Using complete opposites.
Now my turn, real quick.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
gonna go by character. You ready? How I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna rate everyone's best character, and probably most iconic for the most part. Tio. It's usually a type between Dark Link or Ash. Gun to my head is Dark Link. I'm gonna give you a solid 9 out of 10. I think you played that flawlessly, great. I would like to see how it would be portrayed in modern day at some point, but
Give me 6 months. Give me 6 months to keep up my training.
We'll have to see. Patrick, I pretty much only really know you as Toad, but for the Toad that I know, it left an impact on me so much so that I brought you down here and say, you know what? If you ask me, Detective Toad cannot be replaced. 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
Brower, I don't think anyone has to question which one's your most iconic role. Mario. Mario by far has been something that's like helped everyone propel themselves forward in this universe. Without you, we would be nothing. 10 out of 10. Lackett. I don't think anyone really has to complain on which one's your most iconic role. Luigi. I think Luigi's what I think your performance as Luigi is really what gravitated me to like come back, or bring you back, I should say. What we've worked with you already is been nothing but like immeasurable. And by the way, we talk about Brower's growth a lot. Your growth especially is like improved massively. Like from the scenes that I've seen of you today versus like, obviously 14 years ago, but even Brotherhood, different person entirely. So you know what? Own that, be proud of that. I'd love to see what you do in the future. Emily, I think your most iconic role, at least for me, just because of what I've seen, is the tie between Captain Falcon and staff guy from Unemployment. Garrett. Gun to my head, probably Captain Falcon.
Staff dude.
Staff guy. Gun to my head, it's probably Captain Falcon. I think like you just kind of have the persona to play Captain Falcon, like in how like demanding you can be with it. I think that's very solid, and honestly, I would give you a solid 9 out of 10. Now, the reason it's not a 10 out of 10, I just haven't seen you in a few years for it.
Right.
Race. I can't rate you on anything except on you being a reactor. You are the most expressive person for it. Clearly the right person for the job. Maybe a little annoying with certain videos that you think I have gone wrong. Wario vs. Waluigi.
It was a great fight.
Thank you. But I gotta be honest, I probably have not had any more thoughtful debates than with anyone but you. 10 out of 10.
I'll take that.
Sean! Real quick. 10
Hi,
out of 10,
Sean.
you've been so nice. You waited in an airport for almost like 30 hours for me, so 10 out of 10. Honestly.
Okay, so what? Really quick before Cole's last question is going to get wordy. Oliver Stoner just popped in with, where do you guys keep the French fries?
Not for you. Get some fucking money.
They're up Willie's anus for the last time. You can't have any.
They're in Uranus.
Don't ask for the French fries.
Wait, give me my goddamn fries, you piece of shit. I don't have your fries. Buffy stole them.
I did not steal them. I procured them illegally.
The final question of this longest fucking Q&A.
Part 2.
Sean, feel free to answer.
My hands are gonna die.
And lastly, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20?
Oh god.
Working.
What are you, a job recruiter?
Working in a vet clinic, helping cats and dogs. Still doing what I do and what I love.
Hopefully, helping people, making films, making my own stories, helping people bring their stories to life. Hopefully that's right now my part-time thing, because obviously I can't make money off of it, but I hope I can make money helping people tell their stories.
Well, I finally got in the film industry after 10 years. Thank you, Shady. You know what? 10 years' time, hopefully setting up movie studios, sound stages, and still doing fun YouTube videos on the side.
I would have to say, getting my first symphony finished and having it publicly played by a professional wind ensemble.
Seriously, farting now.
Hopefully getting the podcast I've been working on off the ground, getting my YouTube channel off the ground, and hopefully publishing the online comics that I've been working on forever on. But yeah, that's where I see myself in that long-term time period.
Dead. No, I'm kidding.
Damn.
I mean, we can accomplish that tonight.
Then who's gonna finish Smash 2?
Barrel will direct it.
Oh no.
Anyway, so What's it called? Realistically, where do I see myself? I see myself living either in Atlanta or LA. I see myself really trying to work on these films for myself, maybe working on a set. Like Barra said, I just got him a job in the film industry. We currently work for Rhino Staging. We're hoping to upgrade ourselves a little bit. Still new to it, still fresh to it, but I'm just hoping to see where I can go. I'm going with the flow. I do have 2 businesses that we're currently running. One's a photography business, one's a social media analytic business, so I should see where that goes. Maybe they take off a little bit more than I want them to. We'll see.
Okay, so I get asked this question a lot, actually. Gotta be honest, it's a little, not sure if I have a clear answer, but I will say this. I do hope to potentially make more of my own independent short films and just do less of reacting. Like I'll always react to whatever, but I do feel like I kind of need to get out of my box a little more and just go beyond reacting. Make films. Just go beyond. Do things that I normally wouldn't do. And I feel like I'm starting my first step in a weird way. So, yeah, That's what I gotta say.
So before we end this, since we have a bit of a surprise guest for this Q&A,
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going to let Sean answer.
I actually have a way to ask this to Sean. Because Sean, you were part of the OG Zaandarbrow crew. If you were asked this question at the time of, say, Legend of Link or whatever, would you be able to answer confidently that you'd be here today?
No, I would honestly not even have confidently answered to where I would have been back then today. I would have actually been like saying what would have actually happened was I would have moved out to Nebraska, started just had my life there, and probably just enjoyed time with my family. But now, if I could answer from this point, till 5 years, I'll probably end up saying I'm probably going to go join the Army and make my life actually much better than what it is now.
Okay.
Alright. Now before we end this video, here's my final question to you guys. Because this mainly pertains to the 5 of you, but it also pertains to you, Sean. This is the first time all 5 of you, all 6 of you really, have been in the same room in years together. So, how does it feel? What's going through your guys' mind? Is this something you saw happening after so much animosity, so much trial and tribulation? Just how does it feel to finally just be here after so much time? Let's start with Sean, and then we'll make our way around.
Honestly, it's been so long that I didn't know if I was ever going to meet Brow or Lackett for a long more time. It's been over 10 plus years, and I won't lie, I missed the crap out of them. The most happiest time in my fucking life I've ever had was when I was doing all the filming stuff with Lackett and Brower. Other than that, I've never thought that I'd actually be out here again, or out, with them again.
Alright, Tia?
I used to talk about this stuff with Brower a lot. Like even before Shady came back, just to have this group together. And I realized that's me. I don't consider it like inner child, but what you see here, this was, when I left high school, this was the only group of friends I had in my life. To have this group together again, I feel is like lit another fire under my asses. I keep getting fires lit under my ass since I came back to this channel.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah, but my ass has got covered in ash now.
Well, your name is
Quite
Ash.
literally.
Yeah, detective at law.
But I hope the future brings more chances for us to come together. It doesn't, whether it's 6 months, 5 years. Without this group, I would not be where I am today in any circumstance. Through every fight, every success, through every boring night we've had them. So, just casual. But I would not trade these 4 people next to me for anything. I owe so much to them, and I don't think I could ever repay back what they've honestly individually taught me through life, because it's not just film that I've learned through them.
Patrick?
Also, I never thought I would be back here. I will say, I definitely had good memories. Like I said, 18 years old, finding this group of psychopaths let me, unleash the unbridled creativity, for better or for worse, without any malicious judgment. And it was a really nice thing to have. And I didn't, after post college, I did move on, and I thought gonna go into the world and do other things, kind of a put the toys away type thing. But so I never really thought I would ever come back. Never thought I would even be asked back because it's gonna be like, a guy we knew in college. So the fact that I'm back for what we're shooting now for this really big project, the fact that I'm even just a small part of that, it feels nice, and it is nice to see, what's happened. Learned about the craziness that's happened. Let's say, I left, for all I know, on good terms. The fact that I'm like, it was a good time, I'm out, and then I just fade into the distance. So the fact that I'm coming back and I'm hearing all these stories, both good and bad, is really interesting, and just how much everyone here has getting to see and hear what everyone does, what everyone's accomplished. Like Brower and Lack, at the fact that they've been doing this for 14 years, and yeah, it's like that's admirable. Like how many people look back on, even myself, I cringe watching Brotherhood. So the fact that Brower here, and this is meant to be backhanded or anything, but the fact that Brower is still 15 years strong, being I'm being Mario, I'm doing this. It's a very admirable, and it's great to be back and see everyone.
Yeah, honestly saying, this feels really nostalgic, and this is during the best era of Zaandarbrow, I would say, because no one is complaining. We just want to do it and have fun again. No one has drama. It feels like we're adults and not high school teenagers anymore. Because we fight over the stupid shit back in the day, and nowadays we're just tired and we just want to have fun and film. And literally, it feels like I don't want to unlist or delete any of my old videos, because so many people have I'm going to create a new channel. This will be for this segment. I'm going to create a music video channel. I'm going to create a short film channel. Just stick with one fucking channel and they'll still subscribe. Just keep going and making new stuff so you don't lose everyone. Go here instead. They're not going to move.
Consistency.
People are lazy. They're not going to do it. Literally just stay on one channel. Even my second channel has more views, and that's a reaction channel now, but I just started the channel back up, and I doubt anyone's going to go there immediately, because it's been years since I've uploaded there. But still, just do what you love, and see where it goes. You can learn from it. Don't delete old videos, because everyone I've known regrets it later, because they eventually want to look back at some notes, or oh, this is too cringe to keep up. Oh, this is offensive to keep up. No, just keep it up, and you'll learn from it. It's that simple. You were a kid. It's fine. And people are oh, you're unprofessional. But I'm doing the work. I'm still here. I don't see what the problem is. I'm still learning. So, hi. And everyone who has left has apologized to me 2 years later. And I've apologized to a few people. I'm not perfect. But, people who have left have come back and said, I'm sorry, can I continue with your project? I'm no, fuck off.
I feel like he's getting a lot of stuff off his chest.
Literally,
yeah.
This is the best time ever to regroup with your old friends, and it feels like a reunion that college never gave me. So, thank you for my official college and high school reunion.
But what if the video is Star Wars Holiday Special?
We can do a bad movie drinking night game.
Do a react channel on that.
As I was telling these guys when I was first, initially planning on coming down, when we were all in the talks of this, I admitted to them how I was both excited but also just immensely nervous because, yeah, sure, these are people that at this point we now had moved on from any past transgressions, and we had rekindled our friendship, and we had acknowledged that what we had back then was great. But it's also been 7.5 years since I've seen any of these guys, and I haven't even met Reese or Shady at all. Two totally new faces, other than Reese knowing from some virtual stuff. And the fact that Sean is also here, someone who I'd only seen a little bit in maybe 2018 or so when I moved back to Jersey for a bit, but even then, he's basically someone who I only hung out with properly over a decade ago now. So I'm just thinking the entire time I'm in that airport waiting for my flight, I'm just thinking, who am I today compared to who am I 7.5 years ago or even 10 years ago? And is this person someone that these people can still get along with? Someone that these people can, find something in? Is this the same, obviously I'm not the same person, but it's more of it's just the uncertainty and the unknown of how others will react to that. So I was admittedly scared to see how I've changed has affected, the relationship that I've had with these people. But thankfully, it truly is a family that we have here, a family, because they have accepted me back in so quickly and so lovingly and so understandingly that all of that fear and nervousness is just washed away. And it really does feel like I am back home at last.
Welcome home.
Time to be beat with the belt.
Daddy, no! Oh, my anus, no!
Oh, all right. Emily.
A lot of emotions. Shocked is the first one, because I remember talking to Brower back in New Year's, and it took a lot for me to go, look, if he says no, if he says the fuck off, you can't get mad at me. He's every fucking reason to after everything that's happened. But he didn't, and people surrounding him didn't. They wanted to open a dialogue. They wanted to build bridges. They wanted to see what happened, basically. And are you that same person then, or have you grown now? And we were able to talk about it authentically without exacerbating or adding anything additional. We were able to talk about it genuinely and honestly, and I appreciated that. And once we got through the hurdles of the past transgressions, drama, and whatnot, nostalgia after that, because it's I haven't talked to Willow in years, and then when the moment we start talking again, same chemistry that we had
We're just
way
talking
back in 2015.
We're just bringing up old projects that we were talking about in college together, and we're just going right back into talking about it like it was yesterday.
It's like we never left.
It really is, and I love that.
All with my random bullshit that for some reason you guys don't go along with, and then go right back to your conversation.
Yeah.
And Brower's just there, I'm doing my editing and I'm having fun.
The dynamic
But
has
I'm also
really not changed. It's only improved and grown.
I will say, I didn't see it before because I was a prick back then, but I'm looking at Brower working and I'm like, holy fuck, this dude's got a work ethic.
He does not stop editing, folks. He never fucking stops editing.
Bro,
This man was in the passenger seat,
for over an hour.
Actually, no, he pulled an all-nighter. He didn't sleep all night.
He was still editing.
And then when he was riding over, he was still editing.
And then when he fell asleep
Hold on. No, I gotta tell him, because I was the only one awake at this point, because Shady would gone to get Reese. Everybody just dropped like flies. They're tired.
Yeah.
And this is Brower. He edits in his sleep. I'm terrified.
Man never stops for anything.
No,
It's a work ethic that scares me, but honestly, it is so commendable and admirable. Just don't work yourself to death.
But reeling it
back to Emily.
There's a lot of gratitude and a lot of hindsight of what I haven't seen before, and gratitude for allowing me to come back in here and not act like that nothing's ever happened before, but just able to go forward and create new memories and new path going forward.
Yeah, I love fucking proving people wrong, because everyone assumes oh, Brower's fine, Brower's doing this, Brower's doing that. I'm also right here. Talk to me, you asshole.
Exactly.
Ask me. Everyone literally, whenever people tell me to do something, I do it. But some people also look at me and say this exact opposite. Why'd you do that? Because you told me to do it. I don't know what to tell you. Literally, it's the same thing over and over. Oh, Brower's the comic relief. Just be fine. He'll be fine with it. And meanwhile, I'm getting all this shit done. And then they come to me after, we're sorry. Can you help me with my project? No. No, fuck off.
That's why it shocked me when you did take me back. I'm like, oh. Because I know I was a shit to you at times.
Right.
So it's just like actually, I do want to ask you, what in your head's like, yeah, it's okay to take this one.
I love you, Patrick. Never change.
What did Patrick say? Wait, Patrick, what did he say?
He just looked up gay. He just looked
No,
up gay
no,
porn.
it was a gif. It was a gif of. I'm not going to describe it.
He just looked up gay porn on my computer.
Anyone got into his laptop opening, and there's that gif there. Just I
Never
knew.
change, Patrick.
I knew all along.
Broward, I do want to ask you, like, what in your head's like, this one's okay to take it with me?
With you at least gave me criticisms on how to fix things and not just say, do this like a fucking cult. So thank you.
You know, I can say the same thing, and it's like, if there's one thing I don't think you yourself give yourself credit for, when you have an idea and you decide, hey, I want to put this to life, and you do it, you make sure you damn well go fucking do it. And it's like, it may not be the most loved franchise, but you saw something in IHOB, I didn't, and you put it to work.
I love IHOB. Go fuck yourself.
I'm not saying I hate it. I actually watched it back. I'm like,
Not in the behind the scenes conversation we had.
All right. So now we're gonna wrap things up. So everybody, final messages. We'll start with the race.
So I gotta say, I never thought that I would ever be here. Like, not only like flying down to Florida twice in the past, but a third time today, and getting to meet all of you guys in person for the first time. It's like, if somebody had told me this 10 years ago, like, hey, you're gonna meet all these people one day, I'd be like, you're a fucking liar. Like, I just never saw this happening. And I do feel like that a lot of that goes to Shady, because somehow the man just gets, I don't know how he does it. He makes things happen. And I feel like if it wasn't for me getting hooked on not just Legend of Zelda, but also Smash, I think I'd be doing something else entirely different right this second. So thank you, Shady. Thank you, everybody else.
Give yourself a round of applause real quick.
Oh, I do want to add one last message. So, Brower,
where's the white flag?
I already threw in the white flag. I'm
You got to do it in person, buddy. Right here. You said not get up. You said, quote, I will get on my knees and apologize. So right there, buddy, on your knees, apologize. On your knees, apologize.
On your knees.
On your knees.
William Wolfgang Manziano Brower. I truly apologize for all the shit that I talked to you about lightsabers. Shady's told me something for a long time that I just thought was bullshit, but I gotta be honest, it's true. I aspire to
editing lightsabers right in front of you.
He's actually editing while you were giving the apology. I can't anymore.
What?
This isn't a bit. This is real.
He's editing while you're apologizing. You lazy fuck.
Bro, just really
Hold on. This is a photo. Keep that up. Don't worry.
What?
Kiss my boots.
Let me move.
Kissing your boot.
Hang on. Ready? Yeah. Look at me. There you go. That's one for the books. I want that developed, Browers.
That is a Renaissance painting.
Real quick. I'm cutting. Sean, do you have any words you want? Wait, what?
I wasn't done yet.
If you want to stay on your knees.
Didn't suck the dick yet.
Okay, so Brower, one last thing. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna say it. I aspire to be like you. To not be fucking lazy. To get shit done. Goddamn, I'm lazy. I'll do better. I will try to do better. I have to do better. And I gotta say, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here.
Still editing while he's in front of you.
Reeves.
I love you too, Brower.
You can do it. I've been bullied. and that's why I'm so. That's why I'm so eager to do this. So.
What he's saying is, go get a bully, Reese. Oh my god, my trauma pushed me here.
Bro, I hope you get bullied, have a bad. I hope you get bullied, have a bad night, and call me so I can reject the call.
Wow.
Just remember, you need to stop being a victim.
Alright, I'm up on these forms.
Alright, Sean, do you got anything you want to say?
I just hope to be able to come back in the future and do all this all over again.
Hell yeah. You're welcome to my house anytime. Tio, you got any words?
I never want to stop doing what I do, but I feel like we have to always remember this man right here is the reason we're all together at the end of the day.
Hey, bro, you mind sitting down and not like in the view of the cameras?
Yeah. Right. But that being said, Reese, get the fuck over here. Sit over here. No, I'm being serious. Yes, I'm being serious. I swear I'm not bullying you. I promise you.
This time.
No, take a seat. Take a seat.
On your lap?
No, Reese!
Here, there's a spot right there, Reese.
No, I'll stay here.
But
okay,
without this man's reactions, we probably also would have never done some of the stuff we did, because that's how we ended up learning what worked even back then. Even when this man was in his car honking at people for us, but it's like he had his ethic to be friends with us, and look where he is today. And that is something
he's in front of Brower.
Hey, can we give him a round of applause? To Reese Maynard, the laziest reactor on Earth.
Thank you, Reese Maynard. Now we're gonna fucking cocaine.
Now to end this.
Oh, no. Patrick.
Patrick, you, me, Emily.
I'll give the last word. So, Patrick, you got any last words?
Whenever I die at the end of my life, I'm dead. I hope to see you all in hell with me.
Hell yeah!
Hey!
All the coolest people go to hell.
Absolutely.
Brower, you got any last words for this video?
Thank you, Richard Michael Alvarez, for creating Stupid Meyer Brothers and inspiring me to go to college and making this man react to your show, so that he can furthermore react to us, so that we can make more shows based on yours, and that they would move down to Florida, we'll visit, and meet all of us, and create this whole friendship. So thank you, Richie.
Yay. Alright, Lackett?
Come here. Get closer. Listen closely. No matter what anyone tells you, never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your passions. If you want to do something, you might not be able to do it today or tomorrow, but if you want to do it, you can do it. You can make it happen. We believe in you. Don't give up on your dreams.
Emily, last words?
What Lackett said, and remember where you come from. Remember that even though you're going to have your own individual pursuits and values and goals, remember that a lot of great things are a team effort. And you should treat members of your team really well. You should respect them. You should absolutely just cherish them. I mean, you're not always going to agree on everything. I don't agree with everything with Tio. Y'all just saw us bickering. I don't agree with everything Willow does. Sometimes you might see us bickering. I definitely don't agree with everything Brower does. Sometimes you might see us bickering.
Yeah, Brower sucks.
But at the end of the day, you gotta find some kind of common ground, because just because they disagree with you doesn't mean that they're against you. It just means you have a different perspective on things, and as long as that perspective ain't hurting other people, it's okay. So.
Alright, preach. Alright, Reese, you mind?
Alright. Am I in focus?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I would say my last thoughts of this are this. I would not have brought you back if I didn't believe in something that I saw.
even in Brotherhood, even though like obviously there were like a lot of cringy things that I saw this, that there was something that I saw that was genuinely apparent to me forever ago when I saw it. With that being is that you guys really cared about each other. I reached out to every single one of you, scattered and far, because I really wanted to bring you back together and just say, hey, you guys did great things before. Now that you're hundreds, thousands of miles away, whatever the case may be, what's stopping you from doing it again? That's the point of Brotherhood.
Same time every year.
That's the point of Brotherhood. Not to grow a wedge and drift, but come back when you guys are needed most. So you know what? I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad this was able to happen. So you know what? Give yourselves a round of applause.
Yeah, actually, you was an applause. Everybody, come on, get up.
Group hug, group hug.
Group hug, get that hug. Yeah, you get
Sean,
in there. Get in there.
Get in here.
I'll be editing in the hug.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, look at that. So. Alright, guys, look at me. Everyone, look at me.
Alright. Flower was twerking on my leg.
Jesus Christ. Ain't this some sight? Seriously, you all should be proud of the legacy you guys created. Wow, Brower is almost looking like the shortest. But do me a favor, Sean, stand over here. Guys, seriously, none of this would have been a thing without you guys. All of you. Brower started it all. You guys took it a step further. So you know what? Seriously, be happy you're here. 14 years later, 10 years after Brotherhood. What the fuck? Time flew. Let's go. Congratulations. Here's to another 14 years. Here's to another 20. Here's to another 30. Good for you.
Leave your questions below for the next Q&A. Only 2 questions
Yes,
below.
All right. Subscribe. Bye. Right in Brower's